If you are an introvert, if you are struggling with social anxiety, feeling all this social pressure when you are engaging in conversations, in social situations, especially group conversations, then why do you have this ideal conversation, this ideal performance in a social situation as one in which you are the center of attention? As one in which you are magnetic and charismatic through being very talkative, very chatty, telling the most engaging stories and the best jokes all the time. Why do you think that's the only way people will really value you and validate you? Because, in my opinion, that is a wrong perception, that is a detrimental perception. It's doing you more harm than good. Because having this expectation of a conversation, from a conversation, it's just like you would go to the gym and in the first day you expect to bench press 120 kgs. That is going to be impossible for every single human being. And this this is the exact same way with socializing, with performing that well, with delivering the best social performance from a state of social anxiety. That is absolutely impossible. Because even if you take all the social skill advice in the world and you implement it to perfection, it's still going to be impossible because you are going to miss the essential, which is being present and relaxed. That is the cornerstone. I'd say that's the 80-20, but I think that's the 99-1, more like. Because if you are not present and relaxed, if you feel the social pressure, but you try to compensate through social skill advice, through, charisma advice, charisma on command, and all that stuff, your real self and your awkwardness will still kick out from time to time, right? But if you are truly present and relaxed, then the social skills advice don't even matter because you can just be yourself. And here the advice just be yourself is appropriate because the advice just be yourself means to be relaxed and present. The advice just be yourself cannot be applied if you feel the pressure, if you feel the anxiety, because that is not yourself. That is not your true self anyway. It's your anxious state, your agitated state. The advice just be yourself means be present and relaxed. Be carefree. Think about movie characters. Oftentimes, in a lot of movies, you see these very, very cool and badass characters that are more often than not introverts. You don't see them talking all the time, filling in all the gaps, telling the best stories, the best jokes. You know that, right? You noticed it as well. A lot of them are introverts, a lot of them are more reserved and mysterious, and you can see them in group conversations from time to time. They are not the ones that are always talking necessarily. They could be more reserved, but their presence is still felt, and we look up to them. We love those characters. But why wouldn't we strive to be that character in real life, if that's how we feel like being? Why would we feel this compulsive need to talk all the time? Because again, that is a detrimental ideal. That is a fake ideal. And I believe that striving to be like that character from the movie is more appropriate. It's not only more realistic, but it's more natural. Because if you don't feel the need to talk, not the need, but like if something important and something you want to talk about doesn't pop in your mind, you should not search and like strive to find something to talk about. Talking about something should come natural because that's when it has the most impact as well. It shouldn't be a crafted speech, especially if you're talking to friends, right? Why would you want to be a robot? So then, what is your ideal state? What is your ideal self in a conversation? Well, I'd say it's one where you are present and relaxed because that is the baseline, that's the most important thing. And if there is a conversation, if there is a topic that you are not really interested in, you can just listen. But if you are listening from a place of presence, then people will sense that you are present. Your presence will be sensed, right? You're not going to be an NPC. You're not going to be completely ignored. Because if you are doing this from a state of presence, you are going to react naturally. You are going to show facial expressions, show disgust or how amazed you are. You're going to laugh. You're going to make even more extreme expressions with your body language. Because that is a natural conversation, a natural engagement. And if you don't feel good, people will sense that you are not feeling good. So you can't really fake it. If you still feel the pressure and the anxiety, people will feel it. And I don't even think it's all about your body language and pre-verbal communication. I think people kind of feel it through the air. I don't really know how this works. But feelings are contagious, and if you are feeling good, other people are likely to feel better around you. If you are feeling bad, other people are likely to sense your anxiety and react to it. So it all comes down to you feeling good, to you feeling relaxed, present, and ultimately have fun. That's the most important thing in a conversation. So, if there is a topic where you are not really interested about it or you don't have expertise about it, experiencing it, you could just ask questions if you are curious about it. Ask the questions that pop up in your mind and remove all those filters that craft your thoughts in a very cool way, that in a way that you believe is really, really cool. And just be more natural, because you will see that eventually, if you are natural enough, people react to you better than if you craft the perfect persona. So, as a conclusion, drop that fake identity, that fake ideal, and start striving for you to feel good and for you to be relaxed.